Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and good morning. Thank you for joining us for the weekly briefing. Let me begin with the visit of the Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Ms. Hina Rabani Khar, to Sri Lanka on 3rd to 4th of February 2023 to participate in the 75th Independence Day celebrations. In Colombo, the Minister of State called on President Ranil Wickremesinghe and Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardene and held comprehensive talks with Foreign Minister Ali Sabri. During these meetings, the two sides agreed to advance close cooperative ties, enhance understanding and cooperation on issues of global and regional significance, and intensify high-level exchanges. Important understandings were reached to increase cooperation in the fields of trade and investment, defense, education, tourism, culture, and people-to-people contacts. In Colombo, the Minister of State also held bilateral meetings with foreign ministers of Bangladesh and Japan, and Japanese Parliamentary Vice Minister for Foreign Affairs, and discussed areas of bilateral cooperation and understanding. Foreign Secretary Dr. Asad Majid Khan is currently on a three-country visit to Europe for bilateral political consultations with Spain, France, and the Netherlands. Yesterday, he was in The Hague, where he met with Secretary General Paul Hughes for the 10th round of Pakistan-Netherlands bilateral political consultations. The two sides agreed to intensify cooperation in a range of areas, including political, trade and investment, climate change, agriculture, water management, dairy and livestock, education, and culture. Detailed discussions were held on GSP Plus and matters relating to trade and investment. The Foreign Secretary also held a meeting with Director General Ambassador Fernando Arias of the Organization of Prohibition of Chemical Weapons, OPCW, and discussed the ongoing cooperation between Pakistan and OPCW. You would recall that on 6 February, the Foreign Secretary led the Pakistan delegation at the 5th round of annual bilateral consultations with Spain. The two sides agreed to expand cooperation in trade, economy, agriculture, renewable energy, climate change, tourism, digitization, startups, and food processing areas. The Foreign Secretary will now travel to France. He will meet with his counterpart for the 14th round of bilateral political consultations on 10th of February. During his visit, the Foreign Secretary will also sign the roadmap for bilateral cooperation between Pakistan and France. Secretary General of Asian Cooperation Dialogue, Dr. Purnchai Dhanbiwatna, is on an official visit to Pakistan from 7th to 10th of February to hold consultations with Additional Secretary Asia Pacific in her capacity as the senior official of Pakistan for ACD. Dr. Purnchai Dhanbiwatna has also held meetings with the Minister of State Hina Rabani Khar and Secretary Ministry of Planning. During these meetings, Pakistan reaffirmed its commitment to multilateralism and expressed its desire to forge a mutually beneficial relationship with ACT and its members. It is committed to promoting regional development through improved connectivity, especially in its capacity as the prime mover for the pillar of connectivity and co-prime mover for the pillar of culture and tourism in ACD. Last week, Pakistan participated in the senior officials meeting preparatory to the upcoming OIC Council of Foreign Ministers held from 5th through 7th of February in Jeddah. The senior officials discussed key issues and challenges confronting Islamic world, including Palestine, the Jammu and Kashmir dispute, and conflicts in Afghanistan, Syria, Libya, Mali, and Yemen. The recent racist, xenophobic, and Islamophobic acts of the desecration of the Holy Quran in Europe and the situation of minorities in non-OIC countries were also discussed. Pakistan has conveyed its deepest condolences and sympathies to the victims of the earthquake that hit parts of Turkey, Syria, and Lebanon on 6th of February, resulting in the loss of precious lives and extensive damage to property. We have extended our heartfelt condolences on the tragic loss of life and offered all possible support in the relief efforts. Our support is being delivered in the form of relief assistance and rescue and support teams. Our missions in Turkey and Syria remain in constant touch with the relevant authorities and our community to identify any requirements for the earthquake affected areas and to provide relief to Pakistanis who may be affected by the earthquake. About 23 Pakistanis have been evacuated from Gaziantep University and accommodated in Adana. 16 of them will be evacuated to Pakistan, while the rest will be transported to Istanbul. As you're aware, the Kashmir Solidarity Day was observed on 5th of February with traditional zeal and fervor by Pakistanis from all walks of life and Kashmiri diaspora around the world. Yesterday, the Parliament of Pakistan at its joint session unanimously adopted a resolution on Jammu and Kashmir, reiterating Pakistan's unstinted moral, diplomatic, and political support to the Kashmir cause. As we speak, an eviction drive is underway in many parts of Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. This is the latest in a series of measures aimed at dispossessing the Kashmiri people of their land. Unfortunately, most of the people facing the brunt of the eviction drive are poor and Muslims. Their rights need to be protected. In the recent years, in some states of India, bulldozers have been used to demolish properties of Muslims to terrorize them. Regrettably, that model is now being replicated in IIOJK. It is unfortunate that Indian authorities are using land as a weapon to intimidate the people of IIOJK. We continue to witness disturbing developments in IIOJK. A few days ago, the Indian occupation authorities attacked the office building of the All Parties Hurriyat Conference in Rajbagh area of Srinagar. Pakistan condemns this oppressive act, which constitutes yet another assault on political freedoms in IIOJK. We believe that the confiscation of brick and mortar buildings cannot coerce the freedom-loving people into subjugation. Pakistan will continue to extend political, diplomatic, and moral support to our Kashmiri brothers and sisters for the just and peaceful settlement of the Jammu and Kashmir dispute in accordance with the UN Security Council resolutions. Lastly, coming to the upcoming visits, Director General of the International Atomic Energy Agency, Rafael Grossi, will visit Pakistan next week from 15th to 16th February 2023. During his two-day visit, he will hold high-level meetings, including with the Foreign Secretary, and undertake visits to different institutions employing nuclear technology in the fields of health, agriculture, industry, and power generation. The visit will provide an opportunity to Pakistan and the IAEA to explore avenues to advance cooperation in peaceful applications of nuclear technology for socio-economic development. I thank you.